Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mark Wilson. I'll be the Master of Ceremonies today. Today we are celebrating the Eagle Scout Recognition Award for Cericola. Thank you for being here. At this time, I'd ask everyone to rise as Troop 2 presents the colors. This time I'd like to ask Fran Herron, Assistant Scoutmaster from Troop 2, to come forward for the invocation.
Let's pray. Holy Father, we praise you for your grace and mercies that you bring us each day. Thank you for your love demonstrated on the cross by your Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you for bringing us together to celebrate the accomplishments of Kenny Cericola in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. Gracious God and Father, we thank you. We ask that you bless this gathering of family, friends, special guests, Jamie and John, that are here today from near and from far. We thank you for the food that we will enjoy today. Bless our military, Troop 2, and Pac 2 families. We ask you that you bless Kenny Cericola with a continued reverence for you and the people you place in his path in life. Give our leaders the patience and wisdom to guide each scout on life's pathway. We thank you for hearing our prayer, and we offer it in the precious name, above all names, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Thank you. All right, this time I'd like to ask Joshua Bickford, previous Senior Patrol Leader from Troop 2, to come forward for Pledge of Allegiance, Scout Oath, Scout Law.
Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're in uniform, salute. If not, put your hand over your heart. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Can all the Scouts please join me in the Scout Oath? On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
The Scout Law. A Scout is trustworthy,
loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
2.
Thank you, Josh. All right, this time I'd like to ask everybody to sit down. At this time, I'd like to introduce Wayne Bickford, who is Troop 2 Scoutmaster, to open our ceremonies. While he's coming up, I'm going to ask everybody to silence their phones. Thank you.
By the power invested in me by Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Kenneth Cericola. I also have the privilege to give you a little rundown of Kenny's history with scouting. Kenny became an active member of Pac 2 at the Weeblos rank on Monday, September 28th, 2009, was his first meeting with Pac 2. He went on to complete that year, and he crossed over to Troop 2 in the spring of 2010, where he's been an active member ever since. He earned the first rank of Scout in April of that year, and then Tenderfoot in February of 2013, second class, in October of 2013 and first class in January of 2015. Those are the first 4 ranks of a scout. And those first 4 ranks provided Kenny with a solid grounding in the skills that would allow him to take advantage of scouting and help him set his sights on the ranks of Star, Life, and Eagle. Those first 4 ranks include the basic skills, which are broken into 3 categories. The first one being Scoutcraft, which includes leadership, citizenship, fitness, first aid, and aquatics. The next one is Woodcraft, which has to do with nature and leave no trace. The third being Campcraft, which involves hiking, camping, cooking, navigation, and tools. And those tools include knots, fire, saw, axe, and knife. He went on to earn the Star rank in July of 2015, and then Life in May of 2016. And of course, the reason we're here, Eagle, which he earned in December of this year, 2016. The last 3 ranks, the program builds on the talents, ideas, and experiences and interests of the scout to build character, citizenship, leadership from now into the future. This is accomplished through the Merit Badge program, the relationships with his scout leaders and other adults, and the setting of the outdoors. The Merit Badge program, some of you are wondering what that's all about. Well, the scout has to earn merit badges, and they range as 135 currently different merit badges that range from sports, craft, science, the trades, business, and future careers. These merit badge programs play a major role in the scouting advancement program and in life, because they can lead to the scouts determining what they may do for a career in the real world. Scouts get to explore topics of American business, woodcraft, welding, and some of Kenny's favorites, shooting sports. Eagle. The requirements for Eagle. You have to demonstrate that you have lived by the Scout Oath and the Scout Law principles in a daily life. And there's 21 merit badges total that one must earn, 13 which are required. And some of those are first aid, cooking, communication, citizenship, and so forth. Kenny actually earned 27 total for his path to Eagle. The first merit badge that Kenny ever earned was salesmanship, and that was in October 2010. The most merit badges he ever earned at one time was summer camp in July of 2015, where he earned 7 merit badges during summer camp. The average is around 5. And his last merit badge for him to earn was physical fitness, and that was October 28th, 2016. What's that? 2 weeks before your 18th birthday, if I remember right. One of the other requirements for Eagle is your leadership positions. Kenny's held the last 3 that I'm aware of. My notes didn't go back to his earlier years. But the last one that he had was the Assistant Senior Patrol Leader. He was Josh Bickford's assistant. Troop Guide, where he guided the younger scouts in their activities of learning how to tie ropes, build fire, use an axe safely. And that of Den Chief, where he was helping with the Cub Scouts. And of course, one of the last requirements, wildlife skill, life scout, plan and develop and give leadership to others in a service project. which he accomplished here at the Legion, where you can witness part of it. The fiberglass panel board was part of his project. You see there on the wall, and the new windows in the men's and women's room was also part of his project, and some grading out front around the flower beds. And the last thing that he's earned from Troop 2 was Scout of the Year for 2016, which has to do with character, leadership, and citizenship.
Thank you. All right. So at this time, I'd like to ask Pennsylvania State Representative Jamie Santora to come on up. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here today, and Kenny, thank you. I don't know what you know about Kenny. I know a little bit, and what I learned from my staff is he was on top of things. They got emails, phone calls, an agenda up front, which I've never gotten before. So, if that's the person you know, you're going in the right direction. If not, let me know these stories, and I'd be happy to fill them into my little. But the badges, it's such a focus. One thing you always hear about from state representatives is education, right? We talk about education a lot in our public schools, our non-public schools, and what's important. One of the things that is so important and that we're missing in this day and age is the education back when we were in school. I could take shop, I could take auto mechanics, all kinds of things. You're doing that in Scouts. You're learning those things. The fact that you redid this wall, the landscaping, the windows, that is so important for your future. There's going to be so many opportunities. If it's not a trade, maybe it's owning a company or understanding project management and things like that. It's such a great opportunity. The Scouts is such a wonderful program for the young men that are a part of it and what you're learning. I want to talk to these guys here. Stick with it. It's worth it. I'm telling you, you get to that Eagle Scout rank, it means the world to a lot of people. It could be the difference of you getting into a college or not. It could be the difference between you getting a job or not. It's amazing what that can do for you, and wear it proud once you get it. And today, you should wear it proud for the rest of your life. Everybody tells you it's just the beginning. That is the honest truth. I want to congratulate you. I have a citation. Come on up here, Ken. I'm going to read a small piece of it, just because there's a lot of whereas and therefores, and we really, that's not what's important. What's important is the achievement that you made to get to this point in time. Congratulations to your parents. I know that you were probably a big part of it from the time he was a Cub Scout and moving on up. So the rank of Eagle Scout is the highest achievement or advancement rank that can be reached by a Boy Scout. In achieving this praiseworthy distinction, Kenneth completed all portions of the Eagle Award program, which helps a Scout develop in areas of leadership, service, and outdoor skills. To fulfill his community requirement, Kenneth replaced windows, updated the buffet wall, landscaped 2 plant beds at the American Legion. Charity starts at home. So you saw it right here. This is your Scout home. You saw that this is where you should do it. That's a great thing. In addition, he served in leadership positions that we just heard about, and now, therefore, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania applauds Kenneth Cericola, Jr. upon earning the rank of Eagle Scout. Affirmatively states that he truly exemplifies the admirable spirit and essence of the Boy Scouts of America, and we extend best wishes for continued leadership and service to others. I was proud to be the sponsor of this citation, and it is my responsibility to hand it to you, and congratulations. Thank you.
On behalf of Troop 2, thank you. So, this time I'd like to call up Delaware County Representative John McBlain.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to the leadership of Troop 2. Thank you to the members of Troop 2 and all of their friends, moms, dads. Everybody's here in support of Ken today.
I want to tell you what a thrill it is to be able to be invited to this ceremony and to be able to come and speak to you. I'm a resident of Alden. I serve on Delaware County Council, but I'm born and raised in Alden. Live right down the street. It was an easy trip for me today. But yeah, I did. And I think back too. I was not a member of Troop 2, but it was old Troop 60, right?
Sure.
Was the number?
Elementary school.
I was a PAC member, Cub Scout, Weeblo, Boy Scout. I did not have the commitment to make it to Eagle Scout status. But I think fondly of the many years I spent in scouting at Teresca Falls, a couple of years. So it is a tremendous organization, and I congratulate all of you, and especially the young people, for your commitment. Ken, thank you so much for the leadership you have shown to the rest of your fellow residents of Alden. And on your project that you did here at the American Legion building. You know, the American Legion building is not just a home to our veterans organization. It is, but they have for many, many decades opened this place to everybody in the borough of Alden, all of our community organizations, the Alden Booster Civic Association, the 4th of July, the Boys Club, the Girls Club, the Swim Club have had meetings here, their board members. Alden Borough Council has met here from time to time. And this room and this facility has served as really a centerpiece, the heartbeat of so much of what has gone on in Alden. It is not just the stone and the mortar and the wood and the lights and everything that goes into this, but this is where people in Alden come to gather, to share their time together, to do things to better our town. And your project in improving this building, really is a testament to your commitment to the other residents in Alden, to all of us. And let me say on behalf of, and I know that Mayor Hopley couldn't be here, he asked me to express his congratulations, our Borough Council. They wish to say thank you. Thank you for your leadership, not only for the physical work that you did here, but for being a leader and an example to the rest of these young men and women who will come after you and hopefully continue the great works that you've done. And let me say, sort of in closing, I just want to say congratulations and thank you. It is a thrill to see when we have residents of Alden who put their best foot forward and show us that people like you are the best and brightest that we have to offer. And it is such a thrill. We hope you continue to stay. I know you will, because you've done it so far. Stay involved. Be involved in Alden. Be involved in the rest of the organizations. And we cannot thank you enough and congratulate you for your leadership. I, too, have a resolution from the members of Delaware County Council signed by our chairman, Mario Severa, Colleen Marone, Dave White, and Mike Culp. And like Jamie said, we have all the proper whereases and now therefores, and we won't go through all those. But suffice it to say, we just wish to say congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, much appreciated. One of the thoughts that I just had was community, right? This is what makes us a better community, and I don't think we can take that small enough, light enough. I think community takes a lot of work, and we are the ones that reap the benefit. At this time, I would ask the members of American Legion Post 1000 to come forward, and I'm going to join in on this one.
Okay, I'm John Schaub. I'm commander of the post. Been involved with Kenny's plans all along here. I had to actually approve them before he could go forward. I think that you need to have a little bit of background of what's going on here. The post picked up scouting, going to go back about 8 years ago, I think it was, when we started a venture crew here. The venture crew has dissolved. We don't have any people in that age bracket that we're interested in continuing on. If interest grows again, we'll look at revisit it and look at restarting a crew. But the Boy Scouts came over, and the Cub Scouts came over when there was a home their home location was in jeopardy, shall we say. So where I brought it before the board with Mark, and the membership approved right away, and we've moved forward, and I think quite amicably, I believe. I think we've been working with the Scouts well enough. We're trying to improve things for them, and they have definitely improved things for us. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 different Eagle projects that we've been the beneficiary of. Each and every one of them was a little bit different. The first one was to paint the hall, and it took us from the dark wood paneled room that it was. This is actually a new paint on here, but we sort of came out of the 1960s and towards the beginning of the 21st century. And we've brightened it up. We actually got some money from the state, and we fixed things up. We got new ceiling, new lighting, repainted it, put the ramp in, and we've brightened everything up really nice. But the Scouts themselves that are going for Eagle, they don't do the work. They go out and they have to find out what has to be done, how it should be done. They arrange for payment for the supplies. They arrange for the labor, and then on the day or days that it occurs, their management. The whole time, their management. They're learning how to run things in life, shall we say. And it's project management 101 for for guys their age. They're really learning how big projects go. And luckily, just at small scale, usually. Not too many of them pick up really big projects. Kenny helped us replace or cover that wall on the kitchen wall there. We had a problem with it. The paint, although it's nice, after a while you wipe paint off as you're cleaning the wall. So we now have a plastic wall where food gets splashed, and we can wipe it down real easy, and it stays looking nice. That was a big help. The glass block windows out front, both of those windows needed to be replaced. We were looking to increase security and appearance, and it's actually set the tone. We've got plans to eventually replace all the windows with glass block. It's just more secure and more private. So the post has really benefited from his service. Going back, there was another project where the ladies' room was rehabbed. It was painted, the paneling fixed. We put in a vanity with a new sink, new dividers in there and all. These are simple little things, it seems, but the Scouts and their families and their people, they do everything for this. It's not, yeah, here's all the materials you need, you can go do it. No, they got to go out and find the materials and find the methods, and they need to know it so that when they go before their review boards, they could get challenged. Well, how did you handle this? How did you handle? They know those answers. They have to learn how it happens, and that's how they manage their programs. And I think it's important that everybody should understand that. And I guess that's pretty much it. We do have an award, a certificate of appreciation from the post. It's a Good Citizenship Citation awarded to Kenneth Cericola Jr. of Boy Scout Troop 2, Alden, Pennsylvania, who has attained the rank of Eagle Scout. And this is presented by Alden Memorial Post 1000, Department of Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Much appreciated. I can say as a member of the Legion Post that having our scout troops here has really put an energy back into the post that we didn't have for a while. Being one of the founding members of the venturing crew that Jack Schaub talked about, this was a natural home for us when we had to change our location. This was a natural place for us to be. As a result of it, we've had opportunities to participate in more community things such as Flag Day with the Marine Corps League and Primus, the Memorial Day observation here in Alden, a number of other projects that have been really important to us, and certainly Eagle projects go a long way towards that. A couple other facts I'd like you to know about Troop 2. One, we're 97 years young, so we're coming up on 100. I'm going to guess we have probably now about 70 or 80 Eagle Scouts. Thank you. All right. We also tell our guys, okay, now that you've earned this, that's only the beginning of the journey, and we've talked a lot. So, all right. This time, I'd like to bring up Richard Garrish, who is a Troop 2 Eagle Scout, for the next phase of providing the Eagle charge. I'm going to move this back a little bit, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
And I'm going to get out of the way.
Kenny, will you please join me? Kenny, many times over the past years, you have joined together with your fellow scouts in repeating the Scout Oath. You will now repeat a new oath, the Eagle Scout Promise. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your oath with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. I invite all Eagle Scouts in attendance to stand in support of Kenneth as he recites the Eagle Scout Promise and joins the Eagle Brotherhood. Please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of an Eagle Scout.
of an Eagle Scout.
On my honor,
On my honor,
I will do my best
I will do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example
and my status and my influence
and my status and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Eagle Scouts may be seated. Thank you. 2. Kenny.
All right, for the guys that know me, I'm big into show and tell. If you haven't seen this, please make sure you check it out. It's awesome. The other thing I would say is this is Kenneth, apologize. This is Kenny's Eagle Scout project workbook. This will give you all the details about his project. These projects are not easy. They are not easy at all. They're not meant to be easy, but they're meant to be accomplishable. So I'm going to look here very, very quickly. Although, do you remember how many hours you spent on your project and how many total hours were on your project?
Total I spent would be 100 plus.
And that means meetings with myself, meetings with Mr. Shaw, meetings with Mr. Spraggins, Mr. Bigford, others, right? Before we would even talk to, we'll call it the experts, right? Making sure that we had everything covered. And I know that your guys spent more than a whole bunch of hours getting the project done. So please take a look at this. There's a lot of other things to be seen on the table over there. Before you leave, please invest some time in it because this young man spent a lot of time getting that done. All right, this time I'd like to ask Wayne Bickford, Scoutmaster of Troop 2, and Vince Spraggins, Committee Chair of Troop 2, to come forward for the Troop Award.
I'm going to have some fun with this one, Kenny. Well, first, I am Vincent.
Wayne.
Okay, let's make sure you get us. I'm Vincent. That's Wayne. Okay. I'm also a merit badge and thank counselor for Troop 2. Well, not only for Troop 2, but in fact for Boy Scouting. And I'm going to say that it might be as many as a half dozen of the badges that Kenny has that he's wearing that he received through me. And I often ask the guys to give me their work. The guys will in fact tell you that. Give me your work, give me your work. And I use it during the course of helping others to achieve. And in Kenny's case, I think I'm going to give back to him some of his work. And he's looking at his smile over there. But I'm going to share it with you first because this goes back a few years. This goes back to his art merit badge. And one of the requirements were you had to do something in pencil, in watercolor, in colored, in fact, pencil, and in pen or ink. And do you remember 7/8 of 2011? Thank you. Numbers here. Do you remember what in effect you have? Do you remember what I'm holding here?
Pictures of my pets.
You do pictures of your pets, who are Riley, and who?
Buka and me.
Buka and Mia. So this was Kenny's drawings, and I'm going to put them on the board up here. Of his pets, excuse me. Done way back in 2011, and I just love this stuff because this is scouting. And what was this, Ken?
Picture of a campfire and the different components that go into it.
So I wanted to point that out to you. Oh, I'm cold. Can you get some water, Mark?
Yeah.
But I want to sit down up here.
I did do the same thing, my friend.
Right.
It's open. Caps loose.
Okay, we have a tradition here in Troop 2 of an award, which is not a surprise to Ken, right? Many of the scouts, especially once they reach Eagle, they really look forward to having this award. Can you please step forward, sir? And where is RJ? RJ, can you come up, please?
That's not the buckle we got this time.
When you become an Eagle Scout, as part of your ceremony here, you receive this belt as a gift from the troop. Kenny, I want to award you first your belt. I don't want to. But, get jealous, RJ. You ready? See that box, man?
What's something new?
New, baby. This is the 2017 Eagle Buckle, which I'll be putting up there on display. What'd you say?
That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Boy Scouts of America. It says prepared for life. It says 1910-2017 is inside of the engraving there. So your buckle is not like his, but he may even trade you. I'm not sure. No, not good. Excuse me. On behalf of Troop 2, congratulations. Would you please put that where folks can see it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so very much.
Ken, I'm going to say one thing on behalf of all the other Troop 2 Eagle Scout alumni that still wear their belt buckles loud and proud. Dude, you got to put it on today.
Yes, sir. Go to bed.
It really has become a troop tradition for us. And I'm going to tell you, the guys that are in their mid-20s now are still sprouting them. no matter where they go, whether it's Wyoming, Virginia, many other places. So that's pretty awesome. All right, I'm going to read this to make sure I don't get it wrong. An award has been created to recognize the vital and influential role that an Eagle Scout mentor plays. An Eagle Scout mentor, or mentors, because sometimes it's more than one, is the individual the Eagle Scout believes has done the most to help him complete the rise to Eagle. As a symbol of what the Eagle Scout mentor has helped make possible. The court asks Kenneth to come to the podium to present his mentor pins. Now, I'm not going to ask him this question now, because I don't want to put you on the spot, but if everybody will ask him later, Mr. Spraggins, where are you?
Right here, sir.
What's the one question I always ask at an Eagle board? Last question. Bill Peterson memorial question.
Whose footprint is like on your backside?
That's it. So you don't have to answer now, but family, you can ask them.
Somebody got it.
So I have 3 mentors to give pins to. Thank you.
The pins are off.
Okay. The first one is Vince Spraggins. As he said before, the majority of my merit badges have been through him, so I'd like to thank him.
Thank you. Now I have a hole in my shirt. Thank you. You're welcome.
The second one would be Mr. Wayne Bickford. And the last one would go to Mr. Mark Wilson. He's got too many on here. I can't find space.
I had to take some off.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Picture, real quick.
I'm rolling. Just so everyone knows, I have a lot of other footprints, but these are some of the biggest ones.
Picture's done? Yeah. All right, awesome.
Now I can breathe again.
No pressure, no pressure. All right. Sorry, I'm struggling with this thing. I would now like to ask Troop 2 Scoutmaster Wayne Bickford to come forward. And I'd also ask Kenneth's mom and dad to come forward as well. And you're coming up too, buddy. And I'm getting out of the way. Actually, I'm fine. Sorry.
Kenny, your parents have surely been a primary source of help and strength. And no one knows more than they do how many times if they've encouraged you and helped you along your path to Eagle. And the sacrifices that they've had to do. Your dad's been on multiple camping trips, to mention a couple things, and I know summer camp also. So, and your mom, I'm sure she's been in the back there encouraging you at home to get those requirements done and so forth, because I know I've got emails from her asking about what you're supposed to be getting done. So, I would like to have your mother pin your Eagle medal on your left flap of your shirt.
Extra points for blood. Here's the next one. This is for Mom.
Kenny, in recognition of your mom's love and devotion of all the times that she's helped you along, I'd like you to pin the mother's pin on your mom, and here's your flowers.
No pressure, man.
Again, your father has been a huge source of encouragement and help along your path to Eagle. I'd like to ask him to present you with this Eagle Scout certificate. In return for his guidance and strength along your path to Eagle, I'd like you to present him with the Father's pin. As the eagle soars high and seeks to rest lofty upon the high peaks, as an Eagle Scout, you too must soar high. You must not swerve from the path of duty. Your ideals must be lofty. You must strive to attain which is the highest and noblest in life. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Troop 2's newest Eagle Scout, Kenneth Cericola.
All right. Congratulations, Ken. You deserve it. So I'm going to take a quick departure real quick. Talk to Mom and Dad real quick. Dad, welcome to the club. Eagle Scout Pops. Can I ask all the moms and dads of Eagle Scouts' sons to stand real quick? Here's the group you've joined. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to say a couple things, and this wasn't on your schedule, but I get to because, you know. It's always interesting for me to find out why a young man joins Scouts. Some it's because they have a family heritage. Some of it's because they get dragged into it. Some of it because mom and dad need to find a place to drop their kid on in our case, Monday night. In some cases, there's a special event they hear something about, and they want to know more. So Ken, what was it? Pinewood Derby, right? We talked about it. Pinewood Derby is, Jack, would you agree Pinewood Derby, thumb up? Yeah, we just did, in Cub Scouts, we just did our Pinewood Derby this past Monday night. What group did you race in? The Not Scouts, yeah. Right? So he's still doing Pinewood Derby. That's an important part of scouting, but that's not it, right? You thought you were one and done, I get to go do what I want to do. A lot of years later, you're still with us. Awesome. I appreciate that. I also have to tell you about the time where I was kind of curious if Kenny, however you choose to call him, was a really quiet guy for a long time. I got a few guys I call the kid who says no words. He was part of the club. Then summer camp, Camp Horseshoe. Friday night, the biggest rainstorm I've ever seen at a scout camp. They canceled all activities, I think, for the day, right? Next thing I know, Class Clown comes out. It was really, really exciting to see because then he felt he was part of us, and that was awesome. Third thing, I want to give you thanks for helping out with Cub Scouts. I know you can't always make it, but it really means a lot to me, to those of us who serve our younger guys. Without our, what we call den chiefs, who would be Kenny, Michaela, RJ, Josh, where are you? There you go. And another young man who couldn't make it because he's away, Christian Mitchell. because of what they interject into our program, we can do some really fun stuff with Cub Scouts that other units can't. And I'm highly appreciative of that. Now, I have one more thing to say because it's on me, and I apologize. So, give me 1 minute. That's because it wasn't on this one. But Kenny has a special guest here that we didn't recognize earlier, and I apologize. John Scott, can you stand up, please? John's Kenny's cousin from Troop 147. Thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. All right, let me catch up where I was. Because I think we're at the point where we've heard a lot this afternoon about what it means to be an Eagle Scout. Agreed? Now, Kenny would like to come up and say a few words of his own. I'll just leave it at that.
Hello, everyone. Today we've heard a lot about what it means to be an Eagle Scout. My definition of an Eagle Scout is being a perfect role model for other Scouts. Whether I know it or not, there's going to be a lot of people in my life that are going to look up to me because of this accomplishment. It could be other Scouts, adults, or anyone else. Through my many years of scouting, I've met tons of interesting people, funny people, and motivating people who have all made an impression on me. Some of those people are in this room now. Scouting has given me so many memories. Good one. Troop 2 has become like a second family to me. All those years at summer camp, camping trips, special events here, etc. These are people that I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life, and I'm thankful for that. I don't know where I'd be right now if I wasn't an Eagle Scout, but I'm glad I listened to my dad, my parents, everyone else for sticking with it. I'm so grateful to every single person in this room for helping me make it this far, because I know I wouldn't have made it here today without all of your help. I'd like to thank you all again for coming out today to make this a very special time for me, and I hope I made you all proud.
So I don't know if we have any Cardinal O'Hara alums here.
Right here.
Do you check your Facebook page?
I did not.
Because he might be on it.
Excellent.
Not only for earning Eagle Scout, but if I remember right, there was an article that you wrote about what does it mean.
Yes.
And that was on your Facebook page, so please check that. This afternoon has indeed been a special event. I'm going to diverge for a second and say one of the other byproducts of earning Eagle Scout, right? We talk about that a lot. You don't get Eagle Scout because I could buy it at the store. You earn it. It's taken you a long road to get there. A lot of sweat, a lot of, okay, not too many tears because you're a dude, I get that. But some great times and some frustrating times, let's be honest, right? Welcome to leadership, right? Each one of those activities, events, and other things helps mold and shape you into who you are. But guess what? You help mold us into who we are. And that's exciting, right? So continue on. Make a difference. At this time, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to share with us. We invite everyone to come forward to congratulate Kenneth and join with us in some refreshments. Rumor is it's Italian. I now declare this Eagle Scout Court of Honor adjourned. Thank you, everybody.